Hi, I'm Paul Bagnall. Welcome to Market Call today here on BNN Bloomberg. Mike Vinokur's on the show today, portfolio manager at MV Wealth Partners at IA Private Wealth. He'll take your questions on North American large cap stocks. So please do pick up the phone and give us a call. 1-855-326-6266 is the number. Market Call at BNN Bloomberg is the email address. And you can give us your calls and emails right now. We will start taking your questions in the second segment of the show. In the meantime, let's welcome Mike Vinokur to the show. It's always great to see you, Mike. Thanks for coming by.
Great to be here. Thank you.
And get Mike's take on the markets. And your take on the market is a cautious one. You are approaching equity markets with caution. You say now is the time to dial down risk.
Yes. We've had a good move over the last couple of years. U.S. markets, Canadian markets, Bitcoin, gold. I mean, almost any asset class you look at, it's had a pretty good move to the upside. And we're getting a little bit cautious because we've got a few signals that we watch when we do intermarket analysis with respect to commodities, currencies, foreign exchange, and the bond market. And what the bond market, especially the treasury market as of late in the U.S., is telling us is maybe there's a yellow light, specifically in the long term of the curve, the long part of the curve, so call it the 7, 10, 30-year. You've seen those rates back up quite a bit, especially since mid-September. And it's done it in very fast fashion. We're talking, I think the 10-year in the U.S. was 365 around mid-September. And as we sit now, it's 431. That's what, a 20% move from 365 to 431. That's a huge move in 6 weeks.
And what's the bond market telling us there?
Well, in our view, it could be one of two things. It could be that bond market participants are very concerned about government spending in the U.S. and questioning whether 365 on a 10-year was enough of a yield to make them take the risk. Or the other thing it could be telling us is that the market is sniffing out some inflation. And this whole narrative about, inflation coming down and we've beaten the inflation dragon, well, maybe not so fast. Maybe the bond market is saying, whoa, slow down. We see inflation rearing its ugly head again.
We're in the middle of S&P 500 earnings season. It's a lackluster season, but it's being characterized by many market participants as a bottom, and that things are going to get much better in Q4 and Q1, 2, and 3, and 4 of next year. Do you accept that narrative, or do you think the market is too optimistic there?
Well, much better is maybe not the term that we would use. Perhaps better. I don't know how much better we can get. We think that earnings estimates are a little bit too lofty. And it's also going to depend on who gets into government in the U.S. potentially. With tax rates, I don't know how much next year's earnings estimates for U.S. companies assume a potential corporate tax hike back up to 25, 28%, capital gains rates or some of these tax changes and how that may impact profitability and earnings.
And so with all of this in the background, you've been raising cash in client portfolios by selling equities, some equity positions, right?
Yes. So we've been taking profits on some of our positions. We've been raising some cash. We've been reducing risk with a view to thinking that we're potentially at the precipice of a top. It's hard to call these things, of course, and an overbought market can stay overbought for a very long period of time and keep going higher, absolutely. But given where we are in terms of the cycle, the economic cycle, given that we believe that we could be on the precipice of a downshift in economic growth, and what's going on with bond markets and other leading economic indicators that we watch, we think it's a time to be cautious and maybe wait for a bit of a correction before redeploying capital. That's
Mike Vinokur and his views on the market and portfolio positioning. He's portfolio manager at MV Wealth Partners at IA Private Wealth. We'll take a break, and then Mike Vinokur starts taking your questions on North American large cap stocks.